right, man. I think Aidan Hutchinson should be the rookie of the year. I know Detroit's own Sauce Gardner probably more likely to be the favorite. I haven't looked at the books lately, but he played in the big market in New York. I mean, he's been shut down. It's hard to measure cornerbacks statistics by numbers too, even though Aidan Hutchinson had one more pick than Sauce Gardner, but people didn't throw Sauce Gardner away. I think Aidan Hutchinson ended the season with 9.5 sacks. Somebody asked me how many sacks he had. I said if he had some help up front, he had 10. He almost had 10, but he ain't had help most of the year. Charles Harris was his only road dog. Then John Kaminsky kind of showed up. Kaminsky got injured. Then Charles Harris got injured. So, yeah, his help was injured all year. Some fans started turning on him and stuff. And I'm like, dude, it's literally just him out there. At one point, as the only pressure person. But you know what? He had a tremendous season. Played the run well. A lot of people don't talk about that. Played the pass well. They've seen Justin Fields again. They played more gap discipline. Court, especially him setting that edge. So, I think our turnaround was just as drastic as the New York Jets. The Jets are in a bigger market. They head coaches in the second year. Rob Salah, local guy from Dearborn, Forest, I believe. In Metro Detroit area. So, I wouldn't be mad. Sauce from Detroit, Aidan Hutchinson playing Detroit, he from the area as well too. So, either or, I feel like I understand that, what Sauce did is, is impressive too, because, when you talk about the cornerback position, that's a hard position to transition from college to pros. And they usually take a minute to make that transition. He instantly came in and it was pretty much shut down. And you probably knew that when Nick Saban refused to throw his way in the college football playoffs last year, when he didn't want to go Sauce way when they played Cincinnati. So that was the ultimate sign of respect. So, but then again, I don't know how many cornerbacks have won Defensive Player of the Year. It's usually, kind of more of a stat-driven award. You know what I'm saying? With Aidan Hutchinson rushing the passer, stopping a run. He did everything. He played all the games. Made impact on Sunday Night Football. So, obviously, Sauce got, the name Sauce. Says for his own. He got his own sauce at Buffalo Wild Wings. The market that he in New York is bananas. Jets is, one of them teams that people like. They got a nice fan base. So I understand. Either or Detroit win. I just feel like Aidan Hutchinson, with the 2 sacks over Aaron Rodgers, I feel like he validated that, and the Lions finished off stronger than the Jets. And he had 3 pick sixes too, even though they weren't throwing it to Sauce Gardner away. So I feel like he done enough to do so. Don't got to throw James Houston helping him out in there at points in the season too. James Houston helped too. So yeah, he got some help here and there. It was a revolving door, but he was the one constant on that line. Got Josh Pascal in here towards the end of the season. But he was the one constant. He was the best player on the line. He was their most consistent player on the line. He was there through thick and thin. Like I said, the Lions finished strong. The Jets didn't finish as strong as the Lions. Obviously, they had some quarterback injuries and stuff of that nature. Some things that Sauce and Aidan Hutchinson can't control. So I definitely understand that. But I just look at the numbers and look at what Aidan Hutchinson did. Especially to his contemporaries. Kayvon Thibodeau, he in the playoffs, but he came on late. Trayvon Walker, we already knew he wasn't a skilled pass rusher. They don't get him awards out for run stoppers. I think he had a pick, maybe even a pick 6 too. I could be wrong. So, yeah, you get it. Definitely understand it. But Aidan Hutchinson balling for sure. I think he deserved that respect. I think he deserved that award. And I know people gonna say about Sauce he locked down, but it's really not a cornerback award. How I look at it, he's not. So cornerbacks usually don't get that award. But I think he did everything. I think the records were damn near identical, if not identical. This Sauce played in the bigger market. But I think Aidan Hutchinson was everything we asked for him more, and I think Sauce was everything and more that the New York Jets asked for. I gotta throw in that too, not just because he's from Detroit and none of that. I think he was as advertised and some. I think Aidan Hutchinson was better than what he was able to show at the University of Michigan. I mean, for one, he leaned out. I think he had to be thicker. I know he played on the inside of that line at one point. But he was more athletic. His body was more, longer. It looked like he was a little slimmer, And I just think, looking at his numbers and what he did for us and being that one constant, playing all the snaps he did and, being professional and not making the penalties and the dumb PIs that we accustomed to seeing from some young players. You see what Quay Walker pushed the Lions trainer Sunday night. Like, are you stupid or are you dumb? So you look at some of the things that his maturity. I mean, that's something that Charles Harris raved about. The man's maturity, and it showed through the season. He didn't get too high, didn't get too low, and that's what you want out of the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Polished. That was the difference. Kayvon Thibodeaux was polished too. Good run stopper, good edge rusher, kind of more maybe flashy, athletic, but he had some injury questions. And well, not only injury questions, he had some questions about his will to want to play, his desire to line up and play. Aidan Hutchinson didn't have those character concerns. And then, Kayvon got injured early in the season. And Trayvon Walker, he in the playoffs. The difference is, he got to develop as a pass rusher, and that's kind of, these awards are kind of stat driven. But the one thing about the cornerback position that ain't stat driven is, they don't want to throw it your way, and that's kind of something they started to measure to kind of make up the difference for the cornerbacks. Lockdown, they don't even look your way. And for Sauce Gardner, they wasn't even, looking his way. And that's much respect to him. So either or should get it. Like I said, Kayvon came on late. I'm pretty sure some other guys, some peers there that can take it home too. So let me know what y'all girls and guys think about it, man. But maybe I'm just being too biased, but I think somebody from Detroit should take it home. But I think Sauce or Hutch, it got to be Sauce or Hutch. And I think I'm a favorite Hutch. It's Detroit. He played for us. I've seen more of him. But I think from that pass rusher position, it's easier to measure. It's easier to measure what he done. So, but yeah, I'm not mad if Sauce get it at all, man. It's Detroit love. Either way, man. We love you, Sauce Gardner and the D. Appreciate you. Just trying to figure out how the hell you get out of the great state of Michigan and end up in Cincinnati. I would love to hear that story. Michigan recruiters got to do better. Michigan State recruiters got to do better. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop video, hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.